Hi all, this is Dr. J streaming live from Long Island, New York, where the temperature is nice and toasty. I don't know exactly how high the mercury got, but it's hot enough for Dr. J. Dr. J had a very busy day today, a very ecstatically happy day due to the price action movement in Geron Corporation stock. It started off with an uneventful morning, driving to get my boxing lesson. Yes, I box. I know old man boxing, very funny. In any event, I got my boxing lesson in, but just before my boxing lesson, I got a call from a friend who also was ecstatically happy. I asked him, why are you ecstatically happy? He said, thanks so much for getting me into Geron. Well, I didn't get him into Geron. I told him I thought highly of the company. He got himself into Geron. As I pointed out to viewers of this video, my opinions are my own. And if you act on them, I hope you do your own due diligence. If you make money for acting on them, don't give me the credit. Give yourself the credit for being smart enough to have bought Geron Corporation stock at low prices. I've been buying Geron, I don't know how many years on and off, probably about 18 years, maybe more. I don't quite remember, but I remember being in it in 2000, buying it in single digits and watching it move, propel with the market, a very hot market, into the 70s. It would go jump 5-7 points a day. I started to sell off a little bit at a time in the 70s and the 60s and the 50s. I guess I should have sold it all in the 70s, but I did very, very well on Geron. And a couple of other times I went in big for short little moves and made out. So Geron has been a very, very lucky stock for Dr. J. I do believe in the product. Back in the year 2000, I don't think there was an metal stat yet, but they had the idea of an anti telomerase inhibitor, rather, and for the purpose of defeating cancer. They also were talking about immortality and immortal cells by giving telomerase, feeding telomerase into the body in some mechanism so that the telomere, the cell, the tail of the cell could grow and thereby divide and never die. Immortality is a ways away, but the fight against cancer draws ever so much closer with a metal stat. I think it may not be the cure, but in conjunction as an adjuvant to other drugs, it may come pretty close to being a cure, if not a cure, something like HIV, where it would go into stasis of some sort, where you might have to take a cocktail forever, but outlive the disease. So maybe this is the beginning of the end of cancer, and how exciting to own Geron shares at a time like this. Geron teamed up with Johnson & Johnson a few years back, the Janssen Cancer Division, and basically relinquished all rights to the disease-fighting drug for a nice royalty, at least for several indications, not for all indications. I'm not that familiar with the contract, but I know that essentially Geron over the last few years has been more or less just a company waiting for Janssen to give them the good news and cashing in. So a couple of times the CEO talked about doing other things, but I'm kind of glad he didn't. So we're getting close. One way or the other, we're going to have clarity, as Dr. Scarlett said, clarity as to whether or not Janssen continues with the trials. They have an opt-out clause. which I believe has to be declared by September 30th. Well, there's also an investors conference September 13th, and Dr. J submitted to you that suggested to you that the decision would probably be made prior to that. I believe it is Dr. Scarlett's place to break the announcement. So that being said, I think we're getting very, very close to that date. Today, there was a big hint. What was the hint? Well, there was an advertisement to hire a Janssen person, a J&J employee, I don't know if it was Janssen, probably, to be a pricing expert as to helping in the pricing decisions for the drug and metal step. Well, that caused 40 million shares to be traded. I think the average is 4 million a day. So there was a big tumult, so to speak, as a result of that ad. We were up as high as 580, I believe. We can look at the chart in a little while. We settled at about 520, a nice number. So all in all, it was a wonderful day. Geron was up over $1 a share. What could be better than that? Especially when you own oodles of shares like I do. Geron is one of my biggest investments in biotech. I've been buying it since the ones, like something like $1.10, $1.16. I don't remember how many years ago, maybe 6, 7, 8. I'm not sure. So I've been buying it a little bit at a time, accumulating. I have pretty nice gains on it. I did not take any gains. Oh, I did. I thought I did not. I checked my various portfolios today, and I noticed, much to my chagrin, that I had 4,000 shares less than I thought I had. So I did cash in. I don't remember exactly when, for a small profit to reinvest in something else. And now I'm a little bit kicking myself, but hey, I got enough Geron to plaster the walls with. So let it go up. Dr. J will be ecstatically happy, as will my fellow Gurniacs. I for one am proud to be called a Gurniac. Others look upon us as Gurn maniacs, but that's not the case. I think we have a realistic drug. If we're enthusiastic about it, I think it has merit to be enthusiastic. In any event, after my workout at the gym, my boxing lesson, I had a day out where I did not get home until a little while ago, and I saw some posts on StockTwits asking, eagerly awaiting my commentary today, and I said that I had to calm myself down before I go on the air live streaming, because I was too doggone excited. And all I could think of to say was, buy some tomorrow and buy a little bit more after that. Well, I don't know that I'm going to say that, because that's an individual decision. If you think it's got a lot more to run, by all means, buy more. If there's a little pullback, then all the better. So I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I don't mean tomorrow, I mean Monday, because it is a Friday close. The logical tomorrow. In any event, I'm optimistic that we get a continuation of this rally, that we take out the March highs. I think it was 660, 680, I don't remember. I'm optimistic that we probably go to $8 a share, with the full expectation of the continuation decision being positive. At this point, the onus is on Janssen and J&J to have a positive decision. Otherwise, I think they would be open to lawsuits. There's enough evidence that leaked that they're going to go through with this continuation decision that I think they almost have to at this point. So why didn't they as of yet? Let's say the results are fabulous and they 99% sure they're going to go through with the trials. Why didn't they announce that? Well, it's kind of like in chess. Those of you who follow me know that I play chess. I published a few games on the King's Gambit. I like the King's Gambit. I'm going to deviate a little bit because I like the thrill of sacrificing pawns, bishops, pieces, and destroying my opponent in 17 to 20 moves, which I've posted on a couple of games of mine and on the internet. So if you're interested in chess, do check out Dr. J's blitz games playing the white pieces in the King's Gambit Accepted. In any event, getting back to Johnson and Johnson and J&J, it's kind of like chess. In chess, there's never a hurry to resign. You could always resign later. So, or you could wait till you get mated. You never know when your opponent is going to slip up, stalemate, hang their queen. Mistakes could be made. Well, the same thing is true here. If they have till the 30th to opt out, then why not wait? Because let's say something terrible happens, unexpected, there's, God forbid, 3 deaths due to imetelstat between now and the 30th. They could opt out. There's a slight possibility. So, from their point of view, what's the hurry? From our point of view as Gurniacs, we want clarity. Dr. Scarlett said we will have clarity. And clarity to us will be that positive decision. So we're eagerly awaiting a positive decision. We're eagerly awaiting the clarity that we deserve. And hopefully, we're well on the way to defeating cancer with telomerase and other drugs. I do believe it'll be a combination treatment, but that's just my way of thinking. Let's take a quick look at the chart anyway, because it's a thing of beauty, so we might as well look at it. I'm going to share screen. Whoops, I got to get back into the Hangout to share screen. All right, so let me share screen. I'm a little bit excited still. Can't help myself. Calm down, Dr. J. All right, we're not at the finish line yet. I know it. As Yogi Berra said, it ain't over till it's over. It ain't over till the fat lady sings. As the well-known biotech writer said, in his words, today's move based on a job posting was, I think he said, ridiculous. Well, I disagree with that. I don't think it was ridiculous at all. I think it had merit. Okay, so Geron, well, you see this arrow going up to this $5 area? We're already there, so I'm going to have to draw a sharper curve. Maybe we go parabolic here or something. So let me just see what happens if I can get a little doodle line going, and just for fun, go parabolic. I don't have the best handwriting, but try to find a doodle. I'm a Yankee Doodle dandy. All right, doodle. So I'm going to extend this arrow up. Well, it's not really the greatest doodling. In any event, you get the idea. So let's hope that we get a continuation on Monday. I'm going to erase this. This is so terrible that I'm just going to go bye-bye with it. In any event, we will get a continuation rally that will take out the old highs on March, whatever. My interactive chart is not working that well. I have way too many windows open for this computer. So that's why. In any event, whatever this number is, probably 660 or whatever it is, I'm sure we're going to take that out. That's the next target in sight. I'm pretty sure we take it out before the continuation decision or because of the continuation decision. So my opinion, again, one man's opinion, is to buy any pullback and hope for that continuation decision sooner as opposed to later, because the later it takes, more doubts will arise and so on. So I'm hoping maybe even Monday we get that continuation decision. And let me come back, not share anymore because I'm not going to look at the Dow or anything else. This is just for Geron Corporation shareholders and their friends and families and well-wishers and those looking to get into Geron. It's not too late, in my opinion, to get in. So let's get me back to the Google Hangout. Ah, there we go. I'm back. Okay, so the other possibility, maybe even better than the continuation decision, is a buyout. 40 million shares is a lot of shares, my friends. It's indicative of buyout rumors. Now, it could be that Dr. Scarlett and others are negotiating with top management at J&J to sell the company. So first we would have a continuation decision, get the stock up over 8, let's say, and then buy out 16 to 20. And some of you are going to cry because you're expecting 100. You know something? 20 isn't a bad number, is it? I'm going to say sayonara, take care, adios amigos, and don't cry to me if we get bought out at 20. Take care, everybody. See you all tomorrow. I might do a market wrap if I have the energy in addition to this video. But this is for all Gurniacs, friends, families, and future Gurniacs. And don't be offended by the term Gurniac. Bye.